Hey, are you looking to learn Pega and you want to learn Pega in depth and you want to learn Pega with hands-on practice and work on real-time projects? Then here is your destination. We at Harsha Trainings will be giving you the best quality of training being delivered with real-time projects and hands-on experience implementing different business requirements in a project-oriented manner. And in today's video, I am going to show you the course content that we are going to cover and how in depth we are going to take this course while we are going to deliver the training. So, well, myself Harsha, I am Pega trainer at Harsha Trainings, and let me show you the course content that is going to be covered at Harsha Trainings. Hi everyone, let's look at the Pega course content of what is being delivered at Harsha Trainings. And we promise all of you to deliver in-depth training, which is going to cover real-time projects and each and every technical aspect covered in a practical oriented way, where the candidate is going to gain the knowledge equivalent to 4 to 5 years of experience in enterprise application development. And so there are some of the advanced topics which we would like to focus here to let you know what is being covered during the course. We are going to cover queue process, Kafka, job schedulers, and agents, file listeners, email listeners, outbound email, external database integration, service SOAP and service REST, connect SOAP, connect REST, and LDAP integration for one place authentication, and declare indexes, and case management with parent and child case architecture for the case types, and real-time project architecture. And apart from these technical advanced topics, we are also going to help you on resume preparation, project explanation, and interview tips and tricks. So anyone who follows the training regularly, attend the sessions regularly, and practice regularly, they will be able to definitely get into the job immediately after the course is completed within 1 month itself. And the process that we are going to follow here to explain you about what is being followed in the real time. So the process wise, we are going to talk about the servers or the environments that we are going to use in enterprise application development, and what is the concept of multi-node environment in production, and understanding and giving you an idea about the team structure and the roles of the people, what is being followed or organized in the enterprise application development. And also we talk about the requirement gathering part and requirement gathering tools and also defect management tools. And this entire course is designed to match exactly the real-time project methodologies. And also we explain about what is real-time project methodologies, sprints, and all this. And each and every technical rule that we are going to work on, we will be covering it in a practical oriented, applying it in a real-time application development with a business problem being solved with hands-on. And many people, while they are learning Pega, they will be learning. Most of the people, they are trying to learn like PRPC up to transaction design, only looking at the PRPC application point of view to develop the business applications and its front end. But the most important thing apart from the front end of PRPC is its back end, that is called rule base. Here in our course, we are going to focus on understanding the rule base and its tables and the columns of the tables. Like there's so many important tables we are going to look at and understand, including the cache tables of PRPC. Some of the tables list is being given here in the course content document. You can find the course content document in the description of this video below, and you can download it from there. And moreover, you can see here the list of clients with whom we have worked closely. And Harsha Trainings is an official training partner for TCS Ion, and we have processed many of our students' profiles for Pega to the companies like TCS, Infosys, HTC, Tech Mahindra, Aretians, Evansys, Evoke Technologies, and Process 360. And these are the companies with whom we have directly worked with and processed the student profiles to get them a job. And apart from these companies, you name any company in Pega world, definitely in that company for the projects, the students from Harsha Trainings will be there for sure. Okay, and that's what the student base which we have. And
The Pega course content that we are going to cover here, topic by topic, in detail, it has been written including subtopics in this course content, which has been starting from here. So your incredible journey to learn Pega from basics to advanced level is going to start here, where in the first section, we are going to talk about giving you an information about what is BPM and what is Pega, and we communicate with each and every student who is going to attend the demo to explain them some of the frequently asked questions and any doubts or clarifications related to their career, their technical background, or maybe their education background or their employment background related to this, any questions. And students who are currently pursuing their degree, any degree, or who have a gap after their graduation, or who are already working in IT on other technologies and wanted to move on to Pega, all these categories of people, you have opportunities in Pega world, and definitely you'll be able to find job with good salaries and all of you are eligible. And the second section covers OOPS concepts in general, like encapsulation, abstraction, inheritance, and also it will cover about creating a new application where we are going to have a practical hands-on of accessing Pega application to create a new business application and the types of application structures, all that we are going to discuss in second section. And in the third section, we are going to understand the core part of Pega, understanding about the class group of Pega and predefined classes provided by Pega and types of inheritance. And it is not only just telling the types of inheritance, but also explaining the purpose of each of the inheritance that is being available in PRPC. And next, we are going to jump on working with user interface, where we are going to deal with creating the web forms for our business transaction model, where we understand different rules like properties, sections, flow actions, flows, and also we focus on understanding the background processing, what has been happening when you execute a transaction, understanding about the work object and the work tables all. And next, at the fifth section, we are going to focus on understanding about the clipboard, where am I, and some of the system created page like PY work page. And the section 6 is going to cover the reusable properties. Section 6 is going to cover reusable properties concept, understanding about the data layer, data classes, and properties in data classes, accessing them into work classes by using pages to get the multi-purpose accessibility. And the seventh section is going to talk about creating the user interface forms using page properties. We have already worked on UI forms at the second section or third section, but here again we are going to revisit to look at the UI using page properties, which can be done for multi-purpose accessibility. And apart from that, we are going to work on multi-layout forms as well as when rules and visibility conditions. And in the eighth section, we are going to talk about creating the data storage like tables like this, but here we don't need to write any queries. Everything is form-based programming model. So we are going to look at understanding the concept about data tables and clear-cut understanding about the PGINS, PR tables and PC tables and different types of tables in general in the reality, like transaction tables and business tables. And next, we are going to focus on looking at working with business logic and basics. At section 9, we are going to look at the business logic rule activity. We learn about creating activity and using different basic methods of activity. And we also visit a debugging tool called Tracer, and we clearly understand how to make use of the tracer. And in the next section, we are going to look at working with instructions in the activity. We will give a brief idea about activity and the instructions available in the activity and the difference between each of those instructions. And also we are going to understand about the concept of parameters a little bit here.
This conference will now be recorded.
And here, let me revisit this. We are going to revise the user interface rules, and also here we are going to work with business logic integrated with UI, and also we are going to focus on integrating the database with UI, and where we are going to work on different database related methods like obj browse, obj save, obj open by handle, and also we are going to focus on obj delete by handle. We understand in depth about all these methods. See, when we are going to work on these methods, it's not simply that we are going to learn about these methods theoretically. We will work on all of these practically and also design wise in PRPC. Design wise, we are going to understand about right now commit methods in detail, including differ queues concept, all that. So it will take a lot of time to explain all these things, but still we are going to focus on completely understanding about the design of Pega with respect to its front end, middleware, and also back end. And next we are going to focus on report definition at section 12. In section 12 of report definition, we are going to look at populating the drop-down values using report definition. And next we are going to work on and also displaying the data using report definitions in UI. And at section 13, we are going to look at understanding about data pages like thread scope, request scope, node scope, and refresh strategies, pages, page list, read only pages, key page access. All these topics we are going to learn about in section 13. And section 14, we are going to look at understanding about parameters concept. So passing parameter values, passing parameter pages, all this in detail we are going to look at. And what about the parameter pages on tracer, how to look for the parameter values on tracer, all that will be explained clearly. And at section 15th of this course content, we have introduction to Ruleset and Toolset versioning concept. And this is related to PRBC environment with the concept of versioning. And we are also going to look at check-in, check-out process, bulk check-in, and locking the Ruleset versions by securing them with a password. And at section 16, we are going to work on case types. At section 16, we are going to work on case types. So in the case types, we are going to redesign the workflow model for the transaction, what we have learned so far by using case types. And we create case types, stages, process, steps, and we are going to look at understanding about belongs to class rule and case type rules. And the section 17th of this course content is going to talk about working with functions. This is the place where we are going to get understanding about the functions provided by Pega, where we access expression builder, and some of the functions we have listed here, but more than these functions we are going to look at during our course. And 18th of the section. So coming before going to the 18th, and hereafter you are going to learn about the application development, which proceeds in a way of creating the new rules as well as enhancing the application rules that we have created so far by copying them into different versions. And at the section 18 of this course content, we are going to look at understanding about data transforms. In the data transforms, we are going to practically work on a business requirement to implement to work on using data transforms. And also we are going to practically look at understanding about copying the OOTP data transforms and modifying them. And we use functions to understand about modifying the work object ID prefixes like this at this particular section. And section 19 of this course content is all about validations, where we are going to deal with validations like client-side validation, server-side validation. Once after we get a clear idea about what is client-side validation and what is server-side validation, we are going to discuss about rule obj validation, rule edit validation, and also constraints. But I did not write constraint here because that comes under declarative rules. And the section 20 of this content is going to talk about understanding the decision rules and integrating those rules into the business application in the transaction design. So where we are going to deal with decision table, decision tree, and map values, and we are going to talk about the decision shaper, decision rules calling in the decision shape of the flow and using them in declare expressions. And also we are going to look at understanding about the map values and fork option in the decision shape. And section 21 is about circumstancing concept. So this circumstancing concept is all about polymorphism concept in object-oriented programming. So where we are going to look at understanding about single property circumstance and multi-property or template circumstance with real-time business examples. And section 22 of this video of this course content is about working with declarative rules by integrating them into the application, like declare expressions and declare constraint, declare trigger, declare on change, declare pages, declare index. And also we are going to talk about forward and backward chaining in detail for each of the rules that are available here in the Pega. And section 23 is about revisiting the flow rules back. We are going back to flow rules once again to understand about types of flows like process flows, sub flows, screen flows, and also we're going to talk about the different straight through processing and different other flow shapes like sub process shapes, spin off, split join. And not only understanding about all these, we practically implement the best business requirements that you come across in your day-to-day real-time development. Here we are going to focus to learn about those things. And hereafter, we are going to look at some advanced user interface concepts, and we are going to work with some of the OOTB rules and customizing the OOTB UI rules as well, where we are going to focus on learning about flow actions and types of flow actions like connector and local flow actions and accessing them into the assignments. And also we are going to learn about creating the PDF documents from the UI and attaching these PDF documents to the work object, and talking about the attachment tables like data work attached file like these tables. And the next section, 25th section, is about harness rule and its types. So here we are going to talk about harness rules, and also let me add, like we are going to talk about portal rules and navigation rules. So like this, there are different rules which we are going to use and work on practically, where we are going to create a harness rule by ourselves, and also we are going to learn about understanding the complete process about creating the work object by new harness and even other harnesses, how those are going to process the respective UI forms. And also we are going to look at understanding about harness rules more in a way that how the perform harness loads the flow action into the process model. All this will be in detail explained. It will take more than 4 days here we need to spend. And at the next level, we are going to talk about rule resolution algorithm. This is the fundamental and heart of the PRPC. So this rule resolution algorithm explanation itself will take 2 days, where we are going to focus on understanding about rule availability, rule cache, class inheritance, and rule set hierarchy, circumstance, rule authorization. All these topics will be discussed in the rule resolution algorithm. And report definition joins. And next, we have already worked on report definition at the very beginning sections. We will revisit report definitions here to look at understanding about class joins, index joins, association joins, sub reports, and all. And next, at the section 28, we are going to look at dynamic system settings, and we revisit expression builder here once again to know about the different functions that are available in Pega to access them, to access the dynamic system setting rule and its values. And section 29 is all about email integration concept, working with inbound email integration as well as outbound email integration concepts. And section 30 is revisiting the operator, creating your own operators, access group, work groups, work baskets, all this. And 31 is about operator, work group, work basket, and the relation between operator and work group. And once that is completed, we are going to talk about 32. So here section 20, 30, 31, 32, all these are 34, 33. I'm sorry, 30, 31, 32, 33. All these are interrelated. Coming back to 33, we're going to talk about assignment shape and assignment tables, assignment page, and routing, types of routing, different ways of routing, routing to work list. I forgot right here, routing to work basket, or you say it is queue, and you say that the other one is like business logic. Business logic routing, that is called as conditional routing. Conditional routing. So this and all will be covered at section 32. And section 33 is all about service level agreement. This concept explanation itself will take 1 hour, almost only theoretical part, and where we are going to see and understand in depth about SLA. So section 30, 31, 32, and 33 are all about interrelated topics. And 34, case management. So here we are going to look at understanding about case management with covers. Case management with covers means parent and child case relationship, where we are going to see in detail about parent and child case relationship, how to copy the data from parent to child and child to parent, and also there are different ways we'll see understanding about case management in detail, completely different aspects like calculations and how to initialize the cases, child cases, and all, relation between parent and child. All this in detail practically we are going to look at and understand, including case dependency and weight shapes. And the next section 35, from here onwards, integration topics will start, where we are going to look at understanding about the concept in general, the concept of web services, XML data structure, WSDL, SOAP UI, endpoint URLs, all this. Then we start looking at section 36 to work with creating our own SOAP services, where service packages and other different types of rules and exception handling in SOAP services, XML stream rule, parse XML rule, and service activities. And next 37 is a continuation of 36 and linked to 36, where we are going to consume an existing SOAP service, where we are going to discuss about consuming an existing SOAP service, how to load WSDL, and how to create connector rules, how to invoke the connector rules, how to parse and stream the data structures. All that will be practically taught. So all these integrations also will be practically taught. None of the integrations mentioned here just will be left with theoretical pattern. And working with Connect SOAP, the next topic, consuming a web application using the, the next is 38. Section 38, we are going to talk about working with REST integration. I will explain you about REST service model and architecture, and then we work on creating a REST service. And section 39 is about consuming an existing REST service. So for SOAP service and REST service, we are going to work on both creating services and consuming services. And section 40, this is about agents. This is the old topic. Still, we will be practically teaching this topic in detail with clear-cut explanation with respect to backend as well as front end and processing wise. So where you are going to work on standard and advanced agents practically and get a clear idea about what is standard and what is advanced agent and differences. And the alternate to standard and advanced agents starting from Pega 8 version, which we have, are queue processor and job scheduler, which will be covered at section 41 of the course content, and where we are going to practically work on queue processor and job scheduler to understand the processing mechanism of queue processor. And also we will focus on understanding in detail about difference between queue processor and standard agent, advanced agents, job scheduler, queue processor job scheduler versus standard and advanced agent. And also here you will be told about Kafka data structures, and also you'll be taught Kafka message brokers, data structures, data sets, and also data flows. And next at section 42, we are going to focus learning on working with external database. So where we are going to talk about how to integrate PRPC with third-party databases in order to interact and get the data, save the data and all, where we are going to work on using RDB methods. And I forgot to add one more point in the content, that is here I'm going to talk about I can say here 42, I can add like admin studio, dev studio, app studio, and in detail. Sorry, give me 1 minute. We're going to understand about admin studio in detail, requester types, and also we're going to understand about queues. All this we are going to practically look at, and listener management. So this and all will be covered practically when we are dealing with this studios here. And next level, we are going to work on external database integration, which I told at 43. And now at 44 section, we are going to talk about exception handling in Pega, in SOAP service and Connect SOAP, and even REST integrations like that. And section 45 is about processing the files, where we are going to learn about listener's concept of file listener, processing the files, CSV files like that. And section 46 is all about enterprise class structure, understanding about enterprise class structure. Section 47 is understanding about the security rules in Pega by videos. And moreover, so 48th section is deployment process and product rule. We are going to look at how to move the code which we have developed in development environment to other environments. And section 49 will be merging of rule set versions by YouTube videos. We are going to learn, that is major skimming, minor skimming, like this. There are different types of skimmings available. And also we are going to learn about rule delegation. And the section 50 is understanding about enterprise application architecture, how your application architecture is going to be built in enterprise application in real time. And section 51 is talking about the methodologies and project explanation process. Project explanation process in detail. I'm going to tell you all about this. And section 52 is explanation of how an application gets triggered in real world. That clear-cut application architecture will be told about here, including SSO, LDAP, web.xml file. All this will be covered. So these are the major topics, and very few topics I did not even mention here, but those will be covered during the course. And any one of you who are trying to learn Pega, if you learn all these concepts with practical oriented way, it's not that simply you learn what is web service, what is SOAP service in Pega, and you don't do a practical, it doesn't work out. That's not learning. So each and every topic will be covered practically. So if you want to download this course content, we will provide this course content URL in the description of this video below. Please download the content and go through it. If you are looking for Pega training anytime, you can reach out to us on our number that is being shown in this video. So thank you very much. Hope all of you like to join Pega training at Harsha Trainings, or you recommend your friends to join the training program at Harsha Trainings, where we provide the best training with good quality of delivery, with real-time project hands-on experience and knowledge being delivered. And apart from the trainings, we also conduct mock interviews. Okay, So thank you so much. Looking forward to associate with all of you during the Pega course learning at Harsha Trainings, the #1 institute or academy in India, and not only India. We have students from everywhere across the globe. Thank you so much. Meet you later. Thank you.